the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Ebusuafo ya mama kwa baba Nsem-Pii TV so Nsem-Pii aha na Nsem-Pa no wo. Ya kwa kopie mu wo Accra High Court. Na nsema e koso wo Ghana, especially in the court system no. Ese weni, ese waso. Nsa o kachire, ese weni ankasa. But because you find TV fire camera sen kopie mu courtroom no, I just hear the reportage there. Bremo. Why you accuse you of money laundering? You charge you 80 counts of causing financial loss to the state. And at the kaka home. Ebi mo dwane na ebi mo say amabodam. After the kopie mu Accra Psychiatric Hospital they hear mental evaluation. Doctor ne say, my lord, on board dam here. Na dream damu pepe. He's clean and sound. Like case Benny Ekoso. You can the former Masswork directors into one a buying more music doing former President John Dramani Mahama time. Ghana for Bibre na ya na a refrain where you show. Say Timidru Pempen so bia Sika de bema bojo for one or dja e market. One mu tone tools nya doa jeni ye be show musika. Ye be more musika na at least interest rates no from compared to banks or over 30% per annum no. Omo dis kind of passa according to allegation na ye de amom. Now when this kind of crap ye nim boja for monsa kan omo da ban na se during former president John Dramani Mahama time omo ka say sika ye de ma Maslok no e bi kan monsa enti e go pie mo court and lawyers of the accused omo abandon omo client na ever point to the details we kasapa online FM online on there about na Mutala Mohammed of the EIB network on no copy more court or this reportage I aba na I say Maslok ex-COO breaks down in tears as lawyer abandons him. Now it was a sight to behold as emotions got the better part of the former chief operations officer of microfinance and small loan center Daniel Axim, who is standing trial together with the absconded Christine Sedinam Tamaku Ationu for allegedly causing financial loss to the state. One of my follow Maslok case in the Muni Matse Sedinam Tamaku Din I say Ghana yen mine oya appointee of former President John Dramani Mahama or Sanso Babio Ejani Free Ghana after financial malfeasance allegations I go PM court. So that then I exam upon mental examination. But I said, I'm what they call Accra Psychiatric Hospital say I'm going to na dream because na ex-CEO wanna say then na dream mo nda ho into a mental patient. Now upon that, Accra Psychiatric Hospital for Shisha na dream, I'm say or sound very sound. No fit to stand trial after the lawyer Augustine Obo had urged the court to refer him for psychiatry. Hey, lawyer Obo Oka say court and refer the client for psychiatric examination for about 4 years. I yet psychiatry, and then Accra Psychiatric Hospital. I can't say na dream with the pefi no bet my standard trial. Now the lawyer is nowhere to be found. One be PM court. Now Daniel Axim no bet the entire lawyer no one be PM court. I say following the outcome of the medical exam evaluation, prosecution had indicated continue with the trial after the court had ordered him and the absconded former chief executive officer Mr. Ationu to open their defense. Into prosecution, that's the attorney general prosecution. Omo juma, omo 4 witnesses aba. And now omo be evidence a chile said nkrofo we e disika tete Ghana sika mu pansa. Enti afedi mumbe yi ano we any accusations, we any allegations ayade aya. Ede atoso ama attorney general the evidence appears with 4 witnesses. After the Mumbe be a defense lawyer of Daniel Nsem, ex-CEO. I say second accused. I say you can share na dream. You can share na dream. I say that will be fee. Into your train. Say the defense the man ever started. Oh, that document we are wrong. We are wrong figure. And then the year train. After the G Abani is soon. And my lawyer is nowhere to be found. Now, following the outcome of the medical evaluation, prosecution had indicated continuation with the trial after the court had ordered him and they absconded Chief Executive Officer Mr. Tiomi to open defense. Don Dramani Mahama's appointee. Now, however, in court on Thursday, December 14th, that is in Ra, when the case was called, lawyer for the second accused, Daniel Nsem, Augustine Sabo, was absent. Nana Justice Efia Sewa Asari Botri. Ebusa said, "Why is your lawyer, Mr. Daniel Nsem?" Nsem, Eka said, the lawyer Eka challenge with phone said, "Mim back court ho ene, mim back ho china." After telling the court saying, "Question na dream," Ebusa no bibia. The lawyer no one as a result of a crash psychiatrist and I dream without before. Court lawyer they say, "Mim baho ene, mim baho china." Now, I don't know. Judge Nibisa say, I don't want to legal fees now. And I say, "What the lawyer neka?" Because I know na every man lawyer or because say then on follow case near the game. Now, as has been my usual practice, a day before the case, I always call him, say, "Yeah, what then? You have a case to remind him." Now, and then I say he's opting out of the case. Hey, Ghana. I was very disturbed. So I pleaded with him that my current financial status, I cannot afford another lawyer. Emotionally stricken Daniel Nsem said he broke down in tears while searching for his handkerchief to wipe his tears. Ghana, under NDC, yetin Nsem-Pii say Sikana yes he accounted for no. Lawyer say he accused mu adwene. Ya go hwɛ so a da opifi. Sika as a chairman lawyer or training according to the second accused. Lawyer Obo be in and one. But of friend lawyer Obo say Ochina, that is a net December, that is of friend the 13th December. And I can say December 14th, no, we have a case. No. Lawyer Obo say, "I am opting out of the case. Into I'm not coming." Now, Justice Sarah Botri, Justice of the Court of Appeal, who is presiding over the case as an additional High Court judge, normal. Say Court of Appeal judge to me, Bettina, High Court, say OD case, Justice Efia or Justice Penny Power, or say, "Have you? I want to be sure whether you've paid your legal fees to your lawyer." Now, and then I said, "My lady, I have finished paying payment of whatever he charged me. I told him I'll come and see him. So what for whatever reasons, so that I plead, so he comes back." Me train is sike nyama. Now so me sanso ka say money in jamin sequentifi. Na me ba me hu no office we gon bra. Na asem bia de na kuma so a ha no. A first o ka say enko hwehwe ma adwini. Second o ka say o mba no. Ne aka se ne ye den. Na kuma beto ni yim. No I den wa be defend me in court. Na the name say lawyer no ha lose total confidence and charges are prosecution attorney general Governor Dami and then the witnesses Oma buanu as evidence says he cannot, because one first accused nowhere to be found in the country, second accused a psychiatric patient now, so you're clear sound mentally sound and fit to stand trial. Now ethical rules that Justice Asadi Butri said moments after hearing the Warren story, wondered why a lawyer will abandon his client after taking his legal fees in full. Now, they just said, by the rules of the court, counsel for the accused cannot opt out of the case without the court formally discharging him. Into the case about quarter. Now, court and Emma or say you are discharged for whatever reason or so. Won't you mean court no hearing? Not to ask to me baby. That's not how a lawyer is done ethically for whatever reason, best known to the lawyer. Now, judge said by the rules of the court, counsel for the accused cannot abandon the court without the court formally discharging. By the words in quote, by our ethical rules, you lawyer cannot collect somebody's money, accused man in full, according to you, Daniel Nsem, and decide not to represent the client by ethical rules. And some of the children. The Court of Appeal just said, that is unethical, and as for me, I'll not allow this to pass me by. Why? According to you, Daniel Nsem, you have paid the lawyer in full, and the lawyer has not come to the court to be discharged, only to decide to say he is out of the case. First accused, nowhere to be found. Second accused, the lawyer, nowhere to be found. Other cases also, ebe mo yere etu kwan oyare e just say Canada kwan etimi yere ehwe no. Enti Ghana de omo be hye a very weak president asia no mo diska pasa na judges ne courts epese de any accountability, probity and justice eduma, then pam you getting out of the country. Warning, and the judge said for a lawyer to withdraw the services, he ought to come to the court with an application for the court to discharge him upon hearing for the reasons. I will not be like others. A lot of my colleagues see these things and do nothing about them. As for me, if I see something wrong, I'll say it and report it. And to Justice Asari Botrika said, lawyer Obo and prepare so being one award the disciplinary committee for lawyers. Say, according to Daniel Nsem, wa abandon wa jinisike na infu na wiring wa abandon in court. Now, Justice Asari Botri, who was visibly furious, wondered why a case of this nature will still be in court for almost 4 years. For almost 4 years. Delay tactics. Nasa kesi eko eba. Now, how can I see through this as a professional person like Mr. Nsem has been on interdiction to be in court for over 4 years? Indeed, Mr. Nsem, because court in castle or you're guilty, you're case you suspended no full salary and is on half salary. Say only the case in and Sana Yakasede is not guilty. Now, the West also, what is wrong that an accused person who is presumed innocent to be in court for 4 years when he is on half salary, even those on full salary cannot bear this. She said this whilst acknowledging the accused person's tears in court. Now, Justice Asari Botri said per regulations, no lawyer has the right to withdraw his services when he has been fully paid by his client, as per the story of Daniel Nsem. Yakadada. Now, Okase or Ajani case though, from December 14 to January 24 next year. One says should lawyer Obo Nsem-Pii Justice Asari Botri say you are warned. So who fail say obey the needful. So what do be sika? And part said according to the Daniel Nsem. Now we say your friend also won't beg you. Now, or not personally, Justice Asari Botri will file a complaint to the General Legal Counsel's Disciplinary Committee against you. Or not personally. And then we cry and they accuse him. Justice Asari Botri and say, or no be Nsem-Pii. Say, oh yeah, Daniel Nsem sir. Now, Mutala Inusa and an APM reporter. Oka said the court now directed Daniel Nsem to the Legal Aid Commission to secure himself a lawyer if Mr. Obo insisted on not representing him. In Ghana, there was legal aid. Obi ho chere no was ansem we na discussam ye passam na only any form of counsel. Legal aid for be provided pro bono legal services as part of the state apparatus. Now they are with their open with defense. Then I him, former operations manager of Baslock and absconded Mrs. Atiun have been charged with 80 counts of stealing, causing financial loss to the state, and causing loss of public property, improper payment of public funds, unauthorized commitment resulting in financial obligation for the government, money laundering, and contravention of the Public Procurement Act. Enti charges earlier buguja. Taking Ghana for granted, taking the motherland for granted. Service and responsibility say as well. Then all these charges labeled against you, 80 counts of stealing. Now they are pleaded not guilty and admitted to bail, while the prosecution has closed this case after calling for witnesses. In the prosecution there, state apparatus or my defense and Nayading, it be more Johnny, a bit more far class psychiatric, lawyers see Johnny. I yep bubuja basa. Now so a more appointee, Nipa or appointee is on the campaign trail. So sounds so baby. Now the sword of justice will cut along every any day case in NDC. Our Accra High Court by Justice Asari Butri. This message to lawyer Obo and the defense of Mr. Daniel Nsem-Pii.